tonight on CTV News at 5.
He's a player that, as much as you hate to play against him, you want him on your team.
Win-win. No matter who takes the cup, the Maritimes have reason to cheer.
I think Bud the Spud is more than just a food establishment. It's a part of Halifax.
A taste of tradition. Bud the Spud's legacy continues.
Enamored by the idea of a small unit, but being able to make as wide a sound painting as possible.
All that jazz. The Halifax Jazz Festival becomes even more accessible.
Well, the weather this week so far certainly hasn't left us on a sour note. Some showers returning tomorrow.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Katie Kelly in for Maria Panopoulos. Thank you for joining us. First at 5 tonight, win-win. Game 6 of the NHL Finals could end it all, and no matter who takes the cup, the Maritimes have reason to cheer. As CTV's Jesse Thomas shows us, many East Coasters are calling it a win either way. Jesse.
Hey, Katie. It's been more than 30 years since a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup, so many Canadians, as you can imagine, are cheering for the Edmonton Oilers. But here in Nova Scotia, there's a lot of Florida Panther fans cheering on hometown star Brad Marchand.
Paul Gallagher is backing the Florida Panthers. He was a scout with the team for a decade, and like a lot of Nova Scotians, has a personal connection to Brad Marchand.
Oh, I've watched him, and I've known him over the years when he's played midget with my son.
Right on.
And I've also had the pleasure of coaching his dad.
Marchand was picked up by Florida at the trade deadline. The midseason move has played out well for both Florida and Marchand. The 37-year-old hard-nosed forward has fit right in with Florida.
First of all, he's a hard worker. I think what a lot of people don't understand, too, that Brad's got an excellent shot. Yeah. And he can really shoot the puck. And he really fits in with his style of play. He likes the rough going, and he likes to get in the corners, and it's all aspects of the game. So it's really, I think it was just a perfect fit for him when the trade came.
Brad Crossley is putting some pros through a tough skate this afternoon at a Halifax area rink. Marchand is often a regular here in the offseason.
As much as I'd like to see a Canadian team win, I'm cheering for Marshy.
Even though he's part of the Toronto Maple Leafs organization and captain of their farm team, fellow Nova Scotian Logan Shaw is also in Marchand's corner.
The way that he works, it's in his personality itself, it's not going to be hard for him to fit in anywhere he went. It just so happened that Florida plays the exact way that, you know, he's built, right? He plays hard. He's going to compete every shift. He'll finish his hits, but he'll score goals. He's just a great hockey player.
Marchand has 6 goals in 5 Stanley Cup games, including a pair of goals in Florida's Game 5 victory. Many here think he's in the running for the Stanley Cup MVP.
I think he's warranted a real good chance to be the MVP of the Stanley Cup Finals, just with his production so far.
Earlier this week, Hockey Canada announced the first 6 players for its 2026 Olympic roster. Both Sidney Crosby and Nathan MacKinnon were named, and with the way Marchand is playing, he could be next.
It won't surprise me if that he has a good start to next year, that he'll be there as well.
Brad Marchand last won the Stanley Cup with the Boston Bruins in 2011. He can repeat that tonight with the Florida Panthers in Game 6, and you can bet there's a lot of Nova Scotians cheering him on. Katie?
Thank you, Jesse. CTV's Jesse Thomas for us in Bedford this evening. And that brings us to tonight's web poll. We are asking, which team are you rooting for to win the Stanley Cup? Your options are Edmonton Oilers or Florida Panthers. You can head to ctvnewsatlantic.ca to weigh in and to see our latest poll results. Todd Battis joins us now with a preview of CTV News at 6.
Hi, Katie. Thank you very much. Coming up at 6 o'clock, the jury at the Adam Drake murder trial has begun deliberations. They received final instructions from the judge this morning. Drake is charged with second-degree murder in connection with the death of battle rapper Pat Stay. Callum Smith is waiting in the courtroom for a verdict. We will bring you a live report from Dartmouth at 6 o'clock. Warning to tell you about from police about a Nova Scotia senior who lost $150,000 in an online cryptocurrency scam. This is a relatively new type of con, and they're harder to detect. And it has to do with the advancement of AI and its ability to impersonate. Vanessa Wright will tell us all about this at 6. St. John Energy is getting into the solar game. The utility has partnered with the Tobic First Nation and an energy developer to create a 10-megawatt solar farm at a cost of around $15 million. The development is expected to produce enough energy to power about 1,200 homes. We'll tell you all about it in your newscast. Solar power. Certainly the way to go today, it would seem, Kayla Mitchell, because there's a lot of it around.
Yeah, there was around the Maritimes for today. A very fair weather day, a mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures quite pleasant at this hour. They're still mostly in the low to mid-20s. Even had a few around 27 degrees for northern areas of New Brunswick today. Temperatures held a little bit more moderate for a few coastal areas. That was expected. We talked about that yesterday, where the southwest wind was a little bit more onshore. That includes around the Bay of Fundy coastline in New Brunswick and parts of the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia. You can very much see the effect of that cooler wind at the weather station near Lunenburg. That is very much a coastal weather station, though, reporting a temperature at 15 degrees. Here's a look at those winds. So out at the south and southwest, they're being sustained right now between around 15 and 30 kilometers per hour. We're still getting a few gusts reported up to around 40. The wind gusts will be diminishing as we move through tonight. Tomorrow's winds will be about the same strength. And again, for the Maritimes, mostly out of the south. Over on radar and satellite. So a little bit cloud cover here and there around the region, but not much as far as precipitation goes. There's maybe a low chance of some spotty showers this evening and tonight around the north and northwestern corner of New Brunswick. And we do have some showers that are going to be returning to the Maritimes for tomorrow. Those are pushing along and ahead of a low pressure system and a couple of weather fronts currently coming in through the Great Lakes region, even extending into parts of the eastern United States. So when I come back, we'll talk more about where those showers are most likely to be in the Maritimes on Wednesday and the next couple of days after that. Katie.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. Well, Halifax is about to get a taste of Italy with the launch of its first Gusto Italian Festival. We're just about a week away from the celebration that promises to dish out a full serving of Italian culture to the heart of the city.
Hi, it's Mark DeWolf, founder of Gusto, the Italian Festival. It's the first of its kind on the Halifax waterfront, and what we're doing is showcasing Italian community and culture through food, through dining events and cooking classes, movies that are Italian and Italian-inspired, an Italian market, and even a grand wine tasting. I think the best thing about the Italian spirit is it's this idea of bringing people together around food and drink and celebrating family and friends. So that's what we're trying to do.
Hello, my name is Luca. I'm the owner of Sapori Italian Street Food at Quiz Marquis. I want to invite everybody to the Italian Festival that is going to be happen between the 23rd and 29th of June. And we're going to propose all the Italian specialities. The important of the Italian food is that all the dishes that we prepare in Italy, they're made with love and passion, starting from the pasta, pizza, dessert. We always use fresh Italian ingredient in Italy. The olive oil, extra virgin, is the base for all the dishes. And every region has their own speciality that are made by the history of the chefs and the product by the region and the local producer. Please join us for the big event, and looking forward to see everybody here at Quiz Marquis for the Italian Festival. Thank you.
Kaylin says, sign me up. It looks great. And again, that starts on the 23rd, so we're just about a week away. We're going to take a break. Still to come, we'll tell you about our latest contest, and we also have these stories.
I'm Brianne Foley in the Hydrostone in Halifax, where we catch up with one local musician who will be performing at Jazz Fest for the first time this year. That story's coming up tonight on CTV News at 5.
I'm Hafsa Arif in Halifax, and starting later this month, people will be able to explore landmarks and museums for free with a Canada Strong Pass. More information on that is coming up next.
Lace up your sneakers and make a move for scleroderma this June. Help support the hundreds of Atlantic Canadians living with this autoimmune disease. For details on this year's walk-run event in your community, visit makeamoveatlantic.ca.
Welcome back. We have a great new contest to tell you about. CTV and the PEI International Shellfish Festival have teamed up for our Shellfish Lovers Getaway Contest. One lucky viewer will win 2 festival passes, 2 tickets to Feast and Frolic, 200 shellfish bucks, accommodations, and more. To enter, go to ctvatlantic.ca and follow the contest prompts or scan the QR code on your screen. right now. You can enter once per day until Saturday at 5 p.m. The winner will be announced on June 27th. Good luck. The weather is heating up, and so is the local music scene. As CTV's Brianne Foley shows us, we are just weeks away from the TD Halifax Jazz Festival, and this year, it's more inclusive than ever.
Music is in the air as Halifax counts down to the 39th Annual Jazz Festival.
The variety of music that we offer at the festival is a key to our success. We always like to bring a lot of different surprises, music that's coming out of left field. You know, for instance, we have acts like Big Boy and St. Vincent that are going to be headlining the festival, so it's something that's always a little bit different.
What many may not realize, the majority of the performances are completely free.
That's always been the case with the festival, but we really wanted to emphasize that a lot of our programming is free to the public, and that's really important to us because, you know, we want to be sharing with the community.
For Nova Fiasco Trio lead guitarist Jeremy Boudreau, this marks his festival debut.
It's my first time putting my compositions in a jazz context. I've always written in private for the longest time, but this is the first time that my music will be put in a jazz context and performed in front of people.
Jeremy will be one of the acts performing for free this year at the Halifax waterfront, and being able to share his music with his community is a dream come true.
It's pretty special because I've grown up surrounded by a lot of music and a lot of people and musicians that I respect. And the fact that I'm going to be able to perform for Jazz Fest, it really means that I'm taking up the tradition of making works, new music.
With accessibility at the heart of the festival, organizers hope the music will reach as many ears as possible.
So many people that are coming to the city and looking for different experiences, and for us to offer something that's like entirely unique and, you know, spontaneous, and, you know, with jazz at the heart of it is really important to us.
And for Jeremy, a chance to strike a new chord in his musical journey.
It's kind of significant in the fact that now at this point in my life, I think I'm really starting to really gain some momentum and some traction with getting my music out there and performing in front of people.
Jazz Fest runs July 15th to 20th with shows across the city. Brianne Foley, CTV News, Halifax.
Oh, this is always one I look forward to so much. I'm going to be going to so many shows at Jazz Fest this year.
Great talent, great music. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and Jeremy is an amazing musician, and there's so many more where that came from, including this year, they started adding some up-and-comers to the big stage shows, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
So there's like, it seems like there's way more acts than even usual, and 70% is free.
Yeah.
So that's a big number. So really cool. So definitely something.
Catch some shows.
Yeah, something everyone can enjoy, for sure. All right, we're going to take a break.
Yes, today was a breezy day around the Maritimes with a good deal of sunshine, including here at DeWolf Park in, actually, I think this is actually Sydney. We're up in Sydney for this video. It's beautiful, and the high temperature today near 23 degrees. I will have more on the forecast coming up after the break.
At 5, Mr. Mitchell joins us now. How are you, Kalen?
I'm doing pretty good. So before the break, I said that we were going to look at DeWolf Park in Bedford, but it was actually Sydney. But now we're going to go to DeWolf Park in Bedford.
Good, I've been dying to see it.
Featured the same beautiful weather that we had in Sydney today. Lots of blue sky, very pleasant day. That breeze on the go, of course. Might have been a little bit cooler there, right down by the waters in DeWolf Park, as we take a look at our sunrise and sunset times. Now let's take a look at what's going on our weather systems map. Barometric pressure is still tilted towards the higher side for the region, up around 1,020 millibars, but that's going to give way to this approaching low pressure system, couple weather fronts with it, and that's going to return some showers to parts of the Maritimes for tomorrow. Though they are looking like they're going to be scattered in their coverage, so not everybody can count on getting one of these showers, at least during the day on Wednesday. So taking a look at things on radar, some hints that there might be the odd spotty shower drifting up towards the northwest of New Brunswick. There is a low chance of some showers around the north and northwest of New Brunswick as we move through tonight. Other parts of the Maritimes will be seeing some increase in cloudiness and the potential for some patchy fog or drizzle to develop during the overnight hours. Now, by early Wednesday morning, there are going to be some of those showers in place. And to start the day for tomorrow, the chances of a shower are highest in the province of New Brunswick, as well as in the southwest of Nova Scotia. Moving into the afternoon, the shower chances remain highest for those two areas. New Brunswick in general, as well as southwestern areas of Nova Scotia. Now, the afternoon showers in the north of New Brunswick do come with a risk of some thunderstorms, and that risk of thunderstorms will extend on into the evening. Potential, of course, for lightning with thunderstorms and downpours. And then moving through Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, other parts of the Maritimes, including Prince Edward Island and eastern areas of Nova Scotia, could see a few showers drift through. Winds are still going to be out of the south, basically, for both tonight and for tomorrow. Now, the wind gusts will diminish a little bit, moving up towards midnight, and then for tomorrow, they'll pick back up again. Similar in strength, about sustained 15 to 30 kilometers per hour, a few gusts getting up to around 40. Lows in the forecast for tonight around the Maritimes, mostly high single digits and low teens, so fairly mild night. And then highs in the forecast for tomorrow, down a little bit compared to the last couple of days, just in general, because of the increased cloudiness in those few areas that are going to be picking up showers for tomorrow. Still mostly up to around the low 20s for many areas of New Brunswick, maybe even mid-20s for northern parts of the province. Sun is expected to break through a little bit in the afternoon. Low 20s for Prince Edward Island, low 20s for most of Nova Scotia, except on the Atlantic coastline there, between 16 and 20 degrees. Same thing goes for the Bay of Fundy coastline because that south wind is still a little bit more onshore. UV index forecast tomorrow for the region. Where the sun does break through, it is still going to be on the high to very high side. Where there's some more persistent cloudier conditions for tomorrow, including around the Bay of Fundy coastline in New Brunswick and parts of the west of Nova Scotia, the UV index is going to be rated more moderate to high. In the forecast for Thursday, it's going to be cloudy with sunny breaks and with some isolated, some spotty showers around the Maritimes. Most of the high temperatures low to mid-20s. And in the forecast for Friday, we have another round of showers. It's going to be most widespread for New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island, but there will be a chance of a few of those showers getting into areas of Nova Scotia as well. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is 7-year-old Zahira from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Zahira has sent us a drawing of going for a walk after a rainy morning and spotting a beautiful rainbow in the sky. Certainly is. Thank you, Zahira. If you'd like to be one of our weather watchers, they can come into CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4, or email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Katie.
Thank you, Kaylin. Canada's history is rich, so it's no surprise it has so many national treasures. And some of the most iconic ones are right here in the Maritimes. As CTV's Hafsa Arif shows us, people can get a Canada Strong Pass and explore museums and historic landmarks.
From the island that once guarded Halifax from invasion to the clock that still keeps watch over the harbor, these are just some of the stories carved into the stone and sea of Halifax. And soon enough, people will be able to explore them for free or at a discounted price.
I'm super excited. Yay, I am. You can tell. Because I just found out about it. I'm like, yay. I texted my brother and I said, guess how much it's going to cost? It will save us about $50 a day.
The Canada Strong Pass is for museums, national parks, and even train travel with no sign-up or paperwork needed.
We're expecting a lot of first-time visitors to Halifax this summer, and they usually want to come and see our signature tourism attractions, so things like the museum at Pier 21. So this is great news for tourism in Halifax.
And it's not just Halifax. National parks across the Maritimes, including New Brunswick's Fundy Park, are also included. It's all part of a nationwide push to help people connect with the country's stories.
We know that Canadians are traveling domestically this year and they're feeling a little more patriotic, so anything that removes a barrier to access our national historic sites is great news.
Some families have already mapped out their stops, planning visits to as many landmarks as they can before the pass expires in September.
My family will enjoy this summer because of it, so I'm completely thrilled about it.
Those things are national treasures, and it should be open to everybody, whether they have money or not, or whether they can afford to or not.
With free and discounted access, for some the pass is more than just a summer deal. It's an invitation to rediscover the country people call home. Hafsa Arif, CTV News, Halifax.
We're going to take another break here on CTV News at 5. Coming up next, though, Golden Legacy.
Well, the Spud started in 1977. We're almost 50 years now.
Spud fans are still lining up for a taste of tradition. We're headed to the food truck next.
Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Peter forgot the name for his garden hose. What is something you've forgotten lately that made you question everything tomorrow at 6?
And don't you dare forget $1,000 Minute tomorrow at 7.
Welcome back. Every day feels like Friday with Bud the Spud around. It's been a Maritime favorite for generations. And as CTV's Mike Lamb shows us, the food truck is standing the test of taste and time.
It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling.
We saw the truck went up for sale on social media. Honestly, I was just scrolling Instagram one day, and it was kind of perfect timing because we were already talking about starting something on our own. So we reached out and things fell into place for us. Yeah, so Bud the Spud started in 1977. For almost 50 years now. They were in the famous spot on Spring Garden Road in front of the old library for, I think, 46 of those years. Unfortunately, we lost that spot a couple of years ago due to the bidding system, but that's okay because it was we made the best out of it. We opened a couple new locations. We travel around with the truck, and it's honestly working out really well for us.
There you go, hun. Have a great day.
We just opened this spot here last fall, so we're in Bears Lake here at the East Coast Lifestyle Patio, and it's been honestly so good so far this year. We want to thank everyone for coming out, and it's just been an awesome experience opening this new one.
We get all of our potatoes directly from PEI. We do them the old-fashioned way, and we're happy everybody still loves them.
We don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, it's just top secret, right? Yeah. I think Bud the Spud is more than just a food establishment. It's a part of Halifax, and I really wanted to take that legacy and keep it alive, but also kind of make it new and exciting, and I think our burger does that, but still keeping it traditional with the fries, and we hope you get the same feeling as you did on the Spring Garden Wall as you do on our patio or wherever we end up.
It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down.
Best.
Best fries in town.
Bud the Spud from the big red rolling down the highway smiling.
She got it, see?
They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island.
Lots of faces in there that I recognize. That was awesome. They post so many videos on social media that have me drooling.
Yes.
And their burger, especially this year, oh, it just looks so good. I will be trying that for sure this summer.
French fries outside on a day like this is perfect, right?
Always has to mention the weather.
That's right. Speaking of the weather, coming up at 6, we're talking more about that, of course. We do have some showers returning to the forecast over the next couple of days, and I will give you the details of that.
We'll be back with more at 6. Stay with us for national news next.